child, and dog in tow. Having traveled with Lillian a few times now, we love airport lounges, and clearly so does she. Can you guess where I've chosen to spend my birthday getaway? Why, Connecticut, of course. I'm from Connecticut, and in the last few years have been exploring a new area to me, which is Litchfield County, the northwest corner of our state. So we booked an Airbnb in the town of Cornwall, Connecticut, where later this weekend my brother and his family will be joining us. To foreshadow the contents of this video, I love strolling through the charming town farmers markets, shopping the local boutiques and artisans, and generally just taking in the beauty of quaint New England life. So after stretching our legs from travel, we're off. When traveling with a toddler, our first order of business is getting milk for Lillian, so we're stopping at Cornwall Market. There was fresh produce, ready-made food, baked goods, and marmalades and condiments made in-house. We grabbed some yuzu plum marmalade and sourdough bread, which was delicious. This was one of the nicest town markets I think I've ever been to. For dinner, we drove across the border to New York 20 minutes to eat at Four Brothers Pizza Inn. I highly recommend this spot if you're coming with kids, since it had this awesome play area with a bunch of coin-operated rides and a mini playground set. We didn't have any coins on us, but as you can see, Lillian still had fun. And if you thought the old-timey vibes couldn't get any better, there is a drive-in movie theater attached to it. Even though we didn't stay for a movie, we were plenty entertained. The next morning, we drove through Cornwall and headed to the West Cornwall Farmers Market. I just love the architecture and landscape of historic towns in Connecticut. I grabbed a zucchini and walnut muffin from this local French-inspired bakery and ogled at these stunning dahlia blooms. We took our coffees and pastries and headed over to the famous West Cornwall covered bridge, which overlooks the Housatonic River. It was a perfect spot to enjoy our breakfast and each other's company. It was one of those moments where you wish you could just freeze time. Now, when I travel, shopping is a must. I get giddy in shops that are so full you don't even know where to look or where to begin. I love discovering local boutiques, They are one of a kind, so totally worth supporting these local entrepreneurs. My favorite thing is buying souvenirs, but not in the classic kitschy sense. Something as simple as a kitchen towel or toy for Lillian to remind us of a trip we went on. There's a unique children's selection, and it featured books from local illustrators like Mark Simon. A short drive over the border to New York, we head to a town called Millerton. Oh look, another farmer's market. This local farm stand had the most beautiful produce, and the marketer in me was loving the presentation of it all. A literal feast for the eyes. If we didn't already have birthday dinner plans, I would have loved to buy some of these mushrooms to cook a meal with. We're checking out the store Westerland. They have a couple locations in upstate New York and New York City. When I researched the store, they describe themselves as a showroom boutique with a focus on apparel and gear at the cutting edge of fashion and outdoor technology. I wasn't sure what to expect, but that basically meant they had a lot of amazing brands I had never heard of and so many pieces that I wanted to take home with me. They had a wide assortment for women's, men's, and even a children's section. The back of the store featured a pantry that had local beer, cheeses, prepared foods, and anything you'd expect from a pantry. A very hip and curated pantry, that is. We grabbed lunch across the street at Irving Farm Coffee, a good spot for people watching and the quick bite that we needed. We headed back to the Airbnb to meet my brother, sister-in-law, and two nephews who just arrived. Then we ventured back out to the town of Goshen to visit a local family farm. The goal of the farm is to provide an eco-friendly environment for cows and produce wholesome milk and chocolates from these cows. You place your orders in this little cottage, and as you can see, there's an extensive assortment of chocolates to choose from.
How did you pick that up? How did you pick that up? You found your favorite.
After everyone got their chocolate and milk shots, the cousins got to playing. As we've moved around the country for the last few years, getting to spend time and make new memories with family is the most special thing to me, and really all I wanted for my birthday. Our next stop was Jane Harold Pottery. The artist and her dog welcomed us to her showroom. Even though it was a showroom, the space was inviting and warm, including Jane Harold herself, which frankly I was surprised by because we showed up with 3 children under the age of 10. She showed us her hand-thrown wares that are not just beautiful, but durable. She works with chefs to create the dinnerware for their restaurants.
Hat. A hat. Yes, a hat. That's right.
We enjoyed the peaceful and serene space, both inside and outside. Every time we visit this region of Connecticut, we come across artisans who reside and create here. Not surprising when there's so much natural beauty surrounding them.
Hat.
We had my birthday celebration dinner at the Pink House, an elegant and modern restaurant with incredible food and outstanding service. An upscale affair, yet not above surprising my nephews with an off-menu dessert. We all agreed one of the best meals we've had in a long time. I didn't have plans for the night, but my brother came prepared with these blank New Yorker cartoon worksheets. One of his special skills I've loved since I was a kid was his ability to find fun, competitive games for us to play. So we spent the night scribbling down our best captions. The next morning, we finished celebrating my birthday with a family tradition. Like everyone else, we usually eat birthday cake at night, but it's our tradition to eat the cake the next morning as well. Because Lillian went to bed early last night, we decided to just kick off the day with birthday cake. Our family's birthday tradition also includes eating a cake from my hometown's local bakery. The cake is called a bungalow, which has alternating white and chocolate layers of cake with strawberries and bananas. Sadly, the bakery closed a couple years ago, but my sister-in-law so thoughtfully made one for me, and so the tradition lives on. For our last day of the trip, we head to the town center of Litchfield, another charming Connecticut town with historic character. Tucked away off the street in a courtyard, we stopped at the most adorable shop called Littleish. Immediately upon entering, you can tell this is a space that is thoughtfully curated to encourage play and self-expression. From the toys to clothes to decor, everything is well crafted and made with the intention to last a long time. Kids are coming in and out of the shop, stopping by to say hello to the shop owner and grabbing treats on the way out. You get the feeling that this shop is part of a community. I came across this precious collection of handmade cake toppers. I got the rabbit with a party hat and cannot wait to use this every year for Lillian's birthday cake. I get to chatting with the owner of this enchanting shop and find out we happen to share the same birthday. What are the chances? This is the magic of travel, meeting lovely people and discovering new places that you won't forget. While Lillian napped, I stopped in at Housatonic Trading Company, yet another treasure trove of a store, full of art, furniture, and antiques. As you can tell by now, the cluttered chaos of these stores clearly excites me. When it comes to decorating our row house, however, I'm very selective because I like a simple but thoughtful space. So that just makes the hunt in these stores all the more enticing. I contemplated getting these rabbit bookends for Lillian's room, but they were made of cast iron, and just the thought of the logistics of lugging those on the plane back with us was enough to make me walk away. We were in good spirits entering Topsmead State Forest Park. Took a sudden turn when Lillian had a meltdown seemingly out of nowhere, but as I'm learning with toddlers, they can be inconsolable one minute and perfectly happy the next. Lillian seems to grow and change every day as she learns new things about herself and the world around. It's so special to watch her notice the littlest things, especially now in my day-to-day. I feel a constant rush to be productive, and she reminds me to slow down so I don't miss the details or precious moments. I imagine this is a universal experience for parents. Reflecting on my 20s, I was always running to the next thing, whether it was pursuing the dream job or golden opportunity at work. But now at 34, being a relatively new mom with a shift in career ambitions as priorities have undoubtedly changed, I'm finding my way through a new rhythm. Years from now, I don't want to look back and realize I rushed through life and missed the defining moments. I want to be present and aware of all the core memories being made. So this birthday weekend getaway was a gift to myself to cherish exactly that sentiment.
You wanna go, Mama?